Hi, I'm Marie Elizabeth Molly, and this is Relationship Alchemy. Today we're talking about quit downplaying your accomplishments. This episode is inspired by a quote that I read the other day by Shonda Rhimes that someone posted on social media, and it hit me like a ton of bricks because she so owns her worth in this quote. And it had me reflect on how many times I see women downplay their accomplishments in their minds to keep somebody else comfortable, or someone gives them a compliment and they deflect the compliment by saying, "Oh yeah, it was couldn't have done it without my team," or which may be true, but you also did it. So take the compliment and acknowledge your team. It's a both and. We have this habit, rampant among women, we have this habit of downplaying, deflecting, shrinking ourselves to keep people comfortable, whether or not they've asked us to do that. That's the thing. Half the time you're doing that, the other person hasn't asked you to do that, isn't even aware that you are doing it, and probably would be fine with you occupying your full power, your full space in their presence. But you're not even giving them the chance to discover if they're fine with that or not because you're preemptively shrinking. I see it all the time. I've also done it. I'm not immune. I catch it in myself too. Thankfully, not in this relationship, but I've certainly done it a lot before. So when I read this quote, I really wanted to bring it to you and share it with you because I want you to quit doing it and embody your full worth. So the quote goes like this: I am not lucky. You know what I am? I am smart. I am talented. I take advantage of the opportunities that come my way, and I work really, really hard. Don't call me lucky. Call me a badass. Now, Shonda Rhimes is a badass. I was looking at the Netflix queue or those show lists the other day. Here in Mexico, number 1, Queen Charlotte. And somewhere around number 5 or 6, Bridgerton. She has 2 top shows in Mexico, Netflix, right? In the Mexico version of Netflix. I'm living in Mexico. Right now. Not to mention the shows, that she has in the States, Station 19, Grey's Anatomy, etc. I mean, Shonda is a badass. She knows how to tell a super compelling story. And she knows it. And I love that about her. And I invite you to know about yourself the truth of your brilliance, of the work that you put in, of what you've done to get where you are today. I invite you to know that and own that. And so I thought it would be really fun. I'm going to put this in the show notes, or rather, yes, it's going to go in the show notes. I want to Mad Lib this quote for you to write your own version of it. Because if you just copy her words and stick them up on the wall, they're not your words. They don't carry your essence. They don't carry your energy. They carry hers. And it's fine. We can take quotes we enjoy by other people and have them around. It's kind of like putting on a costume in which you might have more full expression. Right? You put on a costume, there might be a part of you that comes out in response to that costume. And that's great for you to access that. And it's still a costume. So I want to find your version. I want you to access your version, your own clothes, to stay with the costume metaphor, your own version of her quote. So let's Mad Lib it. Meaning, let me read you the whole thing again. I am not lucky. You know what I am? I am smart. I am talented. I take advantage of the opportunities that come my way, and I work really, really hard. Don't call me lucky. Call me a badass. So here's the Mad Lib version. And again, we'll put this in the notes for you. I am not blank. You know what I am? I am blank. I am blank. I take advantage of blank. And I blank. Don't call me blank. Call me blank. So that might be call me something, or just call me something, right? Because if it call me invincible, call me unstoppable, or it might be call me a powerhouse, call me a queen, whatever feels true for you. Whatever's a word that carries your energy and your resonance. But I want you to take this quote, the Mad Lib version, write your version of it, stick it somewhere you can see it, and read it out loud to yourself every day for a month. And see if you walk into the room differently next time, after a month of that. Because it's very different to walk into a room centered in the truth of who you are. You don't have to say anything. Your vibration precedes you. How you feel precedes you. I was just talking with somebody, and she was saying she was doing a trade show. You know, she had a booth at a conference. And she was talking with somebody about her work, and the person reflected back to her, you know, I can tell you're really good at your work because of your clarity and your certainty and because of your presence. I just know you're really good at what you do. That's the power of being anchored in the truth of yourself. And most of us spend so much time trying to make sure everybody around us is comfortable that we forget to anchor ourselves properly in the truth of ourselves before we interact with people. And then we wonder why the sales don't happen, or we wonder why the date doesn't go well, or we wonder why we keep attracting lame-ass people. That's why. Whereas when you walk into situations knowing the truth of you, who you are, you don't have to be arrogant. You can simply be confident, not the same thing. You don't have to be small because you're stuck in some idea that, oh, if I'm small, then that lets other people be bigger. Not true. Being right-sized is the thing to aim for. And the way you find what right-sized is for you is begin with this Mad Lib and write your own version of it, and then anchor that in for yourself every day until it's just, you just know it down to your bones. Obviously, put stuff that you actually believe. Again, don't make a fake-ass costume out of this exercise. This exercise is an invitation to get to the truth of you underneath the stories you may have about yourself and the world keeping you small or keeping you in this cycle of self-diminishment because somewhere you picked up the erroneous, the idea that to know your worth is to be arrogant or to claim, hey, I work hard. Like, I'm not lucky. I have an amazing team and I also work my ass off. To own that and claim that and speak that is not arrogant, it's true. So my invitation is to you is to embody it more. Oh, I'm going to be traveling in June, which I'm super excited about. So I have lined up 3 incredible guest episodes for you back to back. So we've got 3 guests interviews happening in June. And then I will be back with another solo episode in July. So I look forward to touching back in with you at that point. And I also wanted to share with you, I just can't wait for you to hear the June people. They're really amazing, very, very exciting. And I wanted to share with you about this new quiz that I have. You can find it in the show notes. It's called Your Grown Ass Power, and it's for grown women who might be having a now what's next moment, and it's time to really step into their unapologetic power. So if that's you, if you're a grown woman and you're really looking to step into a deeper octave of your own power, take this quiz. It's got 5 archetypes that relate to what I call the passion body, which is the part of you that really lights you up from within, that you need to activate, especially in the second half of your life, if you want to keep being lit up and moving toward your desires and expanding your power and impact in love and life in the world. So when you take this quiz, you'll see which one of the passion body archetypes you most resonate with. And you'll see what the strengths are, what the pitfalls are, challenges you might need to watch out for, as well as several of the secrets you really need to nail to expand in your power. So you're invited to take the quiz. Go below, find the link. It's actually at relationshipalchemy.com/power-quiz. And the link is below in the show notes. And I just can't wait to see. I'm so curious what you all are going to get for your archetypes. So far, a lot of folks are getting similar archetype to me. And so I'm wondering, that's who I attract. Obviously, is people who are similar to me, the archetype that I most resonate with. So I'm so curious what y'all are archetypally aligned with. So go ahead and take that quiz, and I'd love to hear how it lands with you. Does it land accurate? Let me know. Just hit reply to the results email, and you can let me know, like, this was awesome. I totally resonated, or not quite. I'm curious about that too. So yeah, take the quiz, do the Mad Lib, and I will be back with another solo episode in July after my travels. And until then, have a beautiful month. And remember that a great relationship and life starts with you. Thank you.